evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Drake. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Jackson now. Looking deep downfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Throwing is Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
80 weapon.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And Woods has it complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
Blue there, blue there. You ain't doing nothing today.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd and 12, Jackson, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
To try again after the sack, Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Check 52.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Flush to his right. Finding room at the 30, and he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Young lady. 7.
Now Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Twist, watch twist, watch twist. Hey, orbit.
Darnold from the gun. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 85 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The New York offense taking over for their next possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Bravo.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's complete. Henry. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Switch up, switch up. Yeah, lady. You got tight. You got tight.
On 1st down, Scott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch the run. Double tight, guys, double tight.
On second down, it's Sanders trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Lady, smooth.
Now it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Beckham, the return. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
We want this.
Play action. Now Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Forced out to his left. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. On first down, Drake. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Rip left, rip left.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson, he's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that...
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go,
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Darnold now to throw. This is brought in by Gibson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Darnold now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. My game. Silver. Lady. My game. Hey, Echo. So we got man. My game. Big touch.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Here's Darnold. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Go.
Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds Beckham, complete. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
That's what I do. Mike, 53.
Jackson on 1st down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Titus Ringo. Titus on Ringo. Titus on Ringo. Good. We're down. 90 is the mic. Stop your whining. 90.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ja'Kai Polite able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Under 10.
Another run here with Sanders. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, wahoo! Combo. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 0-0, Mike free. Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
3rd and 2, Darnold. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for New York. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day.
With the score, Dolphins 14, Jets 8.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the 22, Jackson, and he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he? I
think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. On second down now, it's Drake. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Dolphins take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. Extra point forthcoming. He knocks it through, and he extends the lead to 21-8. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Looking for Woods that time.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
58, the mic. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They stay on the ground with Drake. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
25, check 25, check 25.
On third and short, Drake. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, I need one over here. I need one over here. Young lady, tell me to run. Oh, yeah. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
My game. Ricky. Hey, Alpha.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And got a man. It's Woods. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. 39 yards there, a big one. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Check 3. Check lady.
Darnold to throw again. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He'll drop to throw. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home.